So I'm here at Sheraton Vistana Villages on International Drive in Orlando, Florida. And today, I'm going to talk about one of my biggest pet peeves when we stay at Timeshare. Coming right up. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy, and before we get started talking about one of our little pet peeves of staying at Timeshare, you know, it's been a rough year of travel, and I know not a lot of people have been able to travel, but we've actually been fortunate enough to be able to at least travel around the U.S. Southeast, around Florida, around into Hilton Head Island in kind of what has been an off year of travel for many. But we have run into a few things that are a bit of a pet peeve. And today I'm just going to talk about one of them, and the reason is I have a new camera, and my other one's actually in for repairs, so I figured what better way to try out this new camera, this DJI Pocket 2. It even has an external microphone, wireless microphone, kind of handy, than to kind of just do a short little video talking about one of our pet peeves of staying in timeshare. And hey, if you happen to enjoy timeshare content on this channel, I like to provide my knowledge, tips and advice to help you get the most from your timeshare ownership. And hey, even if you don't happen to own timeshare, but you love staying and visiting these beautiful resorts, I also do resort reviews and villa tours as well. So be sure to subscribe down below. Also, click that notification bell and select all, and you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. So let's talk about this. We're going to head over to the building that we're staying in to start this off and talk about one of our pet peeves when staying at timeshare. Okay, so while we're heading over there, just want to let you know, if you happen to want to see more videos about Sheraton Vistana Villages, I have an entire playlist on the channel, so check those out. I will put a link to it right up here, the entire playlist of Sheraton Vistana Villages, from villa tours of all of the different villas, or well, many of the different villas, to a resort walking tour, resort update as well in this new era of travel. So be sure to check that out. Okay, so I'm down here in the luggage cart area of our building here at Sheraton Vistana Villages to talk about how luggage carts are one of our pet peeves, and there's several reasons why they are. And we'll kind of just go over these. The first one is primarily the resort's fault, and that just happens to be that quite often they're either broken, don't work very well, or they are really extremely dirty. We've seen some really, really nasty luggage carts over the years, and even just in the past year of travel as well. Some really dirty ones. I mean, they obviously have the wherewithal to be able to clean rooms. They have carpet shampooers, vacuum cleaners, cleaning supplies. You would think they could also clean the luggage carts for us, so we don't have to put our bags we're then taking into the rooms on some of those luggage carts. So that's a little bit disappointing, just the how dirty luggage carts can be, and that is definitely the resort's fault. They should be doing a better job of checking them, taking them out of service and inspecting them, cleaning them up, fixing them up so the wheels work, and then putting them back in. Okay, so now let's talk about the next thing, and this is what is essentially the guest's fault. What annoys me is essentially lazy guests here at timeshare, and I'm sure this happens at other places too, not necessarily just timeshare. Probably happens at a lot of hotels as well. And that's just lazy guests. They take and get a luggage cart from downstairs, ground floor, and then they load it up, take it up to say 4th, 5th floor, whatever floor, and then they essentially just empty their stuff out and leave it out in the hallway for nobody to find, really. So yeah, there have probably been times where you've tried to go and find a luggage cart to be able to check out on checkout day, and you know, they have a pretty short checkout window here at timeshare, usually 10 a.m. you have to be out of the villa, and if you're trying to hunt for a cart, it's not very easy. And if you've been trying to find one, it's probably because somebody the day before, the night before, checked in, took their luggage up to the room, and then left their luggage cart on their floor. There have been situations here, specifically actually at Sheraton Vistana Villages, where there were no luggage carts downstairs, and I essentially had to check each and every floor. And then finally, when I got to the very, very top floor, I found two of them sitting outside the same room, essentially. Now, it could have come from two different rooms, and one of them actually had a pizza box on it, so that was actually kind of disgusting. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, this is a bit of a pet peeve of ours, not having luggage carts downstairs, because essentially people have taken them up to their villa and just left them outside their rooms. Now, something else we've noticed at another resort is actually people that have kind of just shoved their cart onto the elevator and then let the door close, and I guess they've kind of expected other people to take it off the elevator on the ground floor for them. It was just a bit of an annoying thing. That was actually at Marriott's Surf Watch where we saw that. Essentially, there was just a luggage cart on the elevator when I went to get on the first floor. So we pulled it off, and hey, at least there was a luggage cart down there for the next guest that was checking in. But obviously we weren't checking in that day, so that was a bit of an annoying thing. Just how much extra time is it going to take you to take that luggage cart downstairs? Literally what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? You don't have that much time to spare after you've checked in to take your luggage cart back downstairs for the courtesy of your fellow traveling guests. We're all here, we're all one big happy family here at Timeshare, aren't we? Please, please, please take your luggage carts back downstairs, and worst of all, definitely do not hold them in your room, especially overnight, because that is even worse. That's the most annoying thing, but obviously I really don't know when that happens, because you wouldn't know that they're in somebody's room. You just wouldn't think that there's any carts there, and they obviously have to be in people's room if I've checked every floor and I haven't found any. But yeah, just please, please, please take your luggage cart back downstairs when you're done with it. Now, I'll admit, I have left my luggage cart sitting outside the room at times, knowing that, hey, I'm going to be leaving in 5 minutes, I'm going to be leaving in 20 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. So instead of taking it back down right away, I essentially leave it out there. And then when we head out in just a few minutes, I take it back down with us as we go. So hey, I've done that, but I've never left it there overnight for somebody else to come and take it off of the floor because they couldn't find one. So for courtesy's sake, I mean, just take it back down, right? Okay, that was a little interesting. Just had an employee from engineering walk up. I'm sitting here beside the gas grill, and he used a translator app to ask me if I needed help lighting my cigarette case. Obviously the translator app doesn't work very well. He was asking me if I needed help lighting the grill, but do I need help lighting my cigarette case? No, and I don't even need the gas grill lit either. I'm just here talking to you. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the last thing about luggage carts that is a little bit annoying, and this is actually, again, the resort's fault, and that just happens to be they don't have enough of them. I mean, some of these resorts, you have great big huge buildings, and you can kind of tell they might only have like 2 or 3 luggage carts, and when you have at least, they're turning over at most a third of the units in a building that might have, say, 30 villas, and they have 2 or 3 luggage carts, that probably isn't going to cut it. So just a bit of an annoyance that it doesn't really matter if the guests, well, that actually makes it even worse when the guests are leaving them on their floor and you have to check every floor to find one. But yeah, that's definitely something that they could control. Invest in a few more luggage carts. Now, I do realize that that's going to cost us more in maintenance fees, but it will leave the guests with a better experience when all is said and done. So I hope this actually kind of turned out pretty well. Hope this new camera seems to be working. We're going to take this inside and I'm going to check out the footage, how the audio sounds with this microphone as well, and just see. I hope it really works out. I probably won't be using this as my full-time camera because that other one should come back from repairs at some point in the future, but hopefully this one will tide me over until then. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this pet peeve. Now, I do realize, yes, it has been a difficult year of travel where some people haven't been able to travel at all, and hopefully you're able to get back to traveling really soon if that's you. The resorts are definitely filling back up. It's really quite busy here at Sheraton Vistana Villages in Orlando. The parking lot is packed this weekend, and the pools are just as packed too. So yeah, I'm also interested to know, what are some of your pet peeves when you're staying in timeshare? Do the luggage carts annoy you, or are there some other things. We're also going to have some more of these videos in the future, and actually a big one here coming up at some point, of our biggest pet peeves of the pools and people at the pools when we're staying in timeshare. The most annoying things about the pools. And yeah, but if you have anything, your pet peeves, let me know those down in the comments below. I really do want to hear about those. And if you also like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help out these videos, helps tell YouTube that these are interesting videos to watch, and pushes them out to more people. So if you did like this video, hit that thumbs up. It really does help out, and I do appreciate it, and thank you. And if you also want to see another video about Sheraton Vistana Villages here in Orlando, Florida, check out this one right up here on YouTube. They think you'll like that one down there. Be sure to subscribe. You can do so by clicking on my picture right here. Hit that notification bell. And until next time, remember, the best destination is always a timeshare.